All right, let's do this. Saturday, March 1st, 2025. New York Times Crossword. It's the first of the month. Let's just go ahead and do this. Saturday again. Usually the hardest crossword of the week, but Friday was relatively weak. Let's see what this one's like. I'm going to just do the downs again for no particular reason, just because it worked out yesterday. Let's keep the luck going. RuPaul catchphrase, something away. Actually, don't know this, but because sachet rhymes with away, it sounds like it's something that they'd use in a like an elimination, like a you're fired type thing. So we're gonna go with that. Make harmonious. We'll see. Learning a cookie brand. I never heard of it, so I'm gonna keep going. Variable representing an angle in math. That'd be theta. Provide power to. I don't know. It's gonna be just vocab. Power could mean like energy power, like electrical power, or it could also mean very likely, more likely means like empowering someone. Seems perfect, perhaps. We'll skip it. Supernatural descendant of Cain in Beowulf. No clue. Green group. Let's go with EPA. I don't know if that'll be right, but EPA is often the org referenced for green stuff. Deck text. That's usually not literally true. Something that's a text. We'll skip it. Emulate arachne. No clue. Some high-end suits. Let's go with an S. Could be Armani's. Literal suits you wear as opposed to executives, I think is the correct way to look at it. Enter ingress, maybe. It doesn't fit. All right, we'll skip it. Objective aim. Subcompact Kia Rio. They build the latissimus dorsi and biceps brachii. I mean muscles. I don't know who would they be? What does it mean to build? So we'll keep going. Make stick out in a way, so you something. Yeah, protrude, jet, whatever. Familiar football. An injury in football and soccer. Let's go to ACL tear. ACL year 2. Why not? Takes a little off. I'm thinking like shaves or something. Pairs, maybe. Pair doesn't necessarily mean a little, but it's like a shave, so I'm just gonna stick that in there. One putting on a show. Something That's all I got. You're totally right. In quotes, again, usually quotes can be pretty open-ended of something someone might say. So unless it's, a very common phrase that doesn't have many alternatives, then yeah, we'll just skip it. Circles on the ice, somethings, could be loops. Like a toe loop. I don't know if that's an actual circle, but that's all that comes to mind. Big sucker, we'll skip with a question mark. Change you don't see very often. So change probably refers to a coin. So like a $50, a Sacagawea dollar, or something like that. Yeah, but I don't know it's going to fit there, so I'm going to keep going. Whaler of folklore. So whaler, not whale, WHALE whaler. So it's not like Captain Ahab. Whaler means someone who cries. So like a banshee is what comes to mind for me. Strong and lively as language. I'm not sure. I want to put like sassy or something. That won't fit though. Farrah Fawcett. Feature of Mike Wazowski is one eye. really freaking awesome. We'll come back to that. Supernatural descendant of Cain and Beowulf. So there's another one. Horn family. Horn family in my head refers to winds or brass, but basically the instrument of horns. So I think family may end up sounding plural, so I'm going to put winds and we'll see what it becomes. I'm not looking at what the acrosses are, but with the letters next to it, the across clues, but with the letters next to it from Farah and One Eye, they both seem like they could fit. Safari platform could be iOS for phones. In my head, I was thinking Mac OS, and sometimes I'll even throw in the old OS X in there, but I'm pretty sure it's referring to Apple Safari as opposed to like a jungle safari. Word often found near Roman numerals. Established is what I want to put, but there is no hint that this is a short word or abbreviation. But I guess if it's always just listed as so, then it makes sense to put that. So if this is right, Farrah Fawcett's likely right. This is likely going to end up being brass. We'll see what it ends up being when we come back to it. IRS collectors, sure. Russian fighter jet, no clue. Combat sport, man-on-man action. Like some healthful spice blends. I really don't know. Exam usually spoken of with a 2-syllable acronym. So all of them, LSAT, MCAT. I'm guessing it's going to be LSAT just because I see that pop up more often. I don't think anyone pronounces it PSAT for PSAT, so we'll just do that. Ink and Emperor, no fucking clue. End of the title of a popular radio show, also don't know. Intense dining experience, so like intense, but play on words with intense to sound like intense dining experience. So why would you be eating in a tent? Likely camping. But I can't think of anything that would work with all the downs that we put in. Like even just this air, what word would end in air that would work in something about dining or camping? Don't know. Floppy could be limp. Rush uncontrollably. I want to say it's going to end up being something in two-word answer. We'll see. Hot mic can be dangerous. No, not from Scotland. Often in crosswords. Nay. Anya Taylor-Joy of the Queen's Gambit, or if you watched The Gorge on Apple TV. I think that's the latest thing she's out in. Court division. So what court is this referring to? Could it be like a basketball or tennis court? The division itself would be not the divider, so it's not like it's going to be net and ACL tear is wrong. What would be a division of a court for sports? I don't know. What would be a division for a legal court? I also don't know, so I'll just keep going. MVP with both Angels and Dodgers. That's going to be Otano. So pairs is wrong, as I suspected. I can't think of what to replace it with, but I'll leave the S. By all means, let's go with yeah, yes, or yeah. Let's just do yeah. Samus, so I guess ACL tear is wrong. Whoops. There you go. Author Shaw, no clue. Snack items that can go to your head. I'm not even sure loops is correct. It's a long answer, so we'll skip it. Sensible guide, also don't know. But I wanna sensible could be a another play on words where it's like a seeing eye dog or something like that. High calorie burger toppings. Bacon strips, maybe? What are things people put on burgers? Bacon. I'm going to do that. I'm going to remove the loops. Hunter's garb, originally made from seal or carabao skin. 5-letter word. Even ignoring the A there, I can't think of anything. I want to put like cloak or something. And bitters, sours maybe. Key, fob, unisec. Northern California is something river. Isn't it like no? I don't know. No, I don't know. We'll skip it. Eric Bana, so it is brass at this point. So I guess horn family, brass is singular for the family, not brasses. Wind, woodwind, sorry, yeah, wind, percussion, percussions, whatever. Keep going. Foreign policy group, no clue. Muscle, that sounds encouraging informally. All right, it's not gonna start with an R unless it's like raw. Try. There you go. So does iOS for 48 down. I don't know if try is encouraging. It sounds more like demanding. Performed exactly as expected in a way. Something purred like an engine. So we'll get rid of that. Estimated or established, sorry. Parasite, co-star. Is this going to be like Choi? Lobby. EG. We'll skip it. Next in line, if you will. Air. If you will. Play on words there. Means of in children's instruction. Simon says. Pines. Yens. Splashy footwear. Galoshes. So, cycling ones through downs and then the acrosses. We have a lot of the middle left and the top left is pretty bare, but everything else is a good amount of stuff. And I guess even the top left, it's not too empty. So, yeah, let's just go back to it. Make harmonious, could be like in tune. Still don't know this cookie person. This looks wrong now. I don't think this will end in an I. Provide power to. Deems perfect, perhaps. And supernatural. We'll still not know Beowulf. So let's check the acrosses again. Like some healthful spice blends. Don't know. Ink and Emperor will not know that. Intense dining experience. Street fair, because at the fair their intents are canopies. Sure. Hustle could be rush uncontrollably. I don't know if I'd agree with that, but sure. Provide power to. Fuel. Deems perfect. Rates. We'll see what that ends up being, but this is where the S would be something's a something or an in. Rates a 10. 10 rates a TEB. All right. Something free. Spice blends are something free. That's a tune. Salt free. This is probably going to be like Larzia. but Achualpa. I think this will be elf. I feel like this will have to be like an A. I'm just gonna leave it empty for now. We'll just keep going through the downs. So text usually not literally true. There you go. Is LOL. Emulate arachne. Spin a web. Sure. Enter. Type in. So Opry. End of a popular radio show. I don't know what that is. Objective. All right. They build the latissimus dorsi and biceps brachii. Chin-ups. They build. Doing the action builds these. So back muscles, biceps. Make stick out in a way. Emboss. Familiar, sorry, injury in football and soccer. Turf toe. So court division is a set division of games played, or a division of a match on a court, as opposed to a physical division. There you go. Takes a little off, trims. And that makes this Irwin Shaw, or Shaw Irwin, because I don't know who it is, but it sounds like Irwin's a first name, Shaw isn't. One putting on a show. No clue. You're totally right. So true. Circles on the ice. Still don't know. Could be laces, maybe. Whatever. Big sucker. Whirlpool. This filled out to eel. Eel River. Sure, why the fuck not? Change you don't see very often. Something coin. Could be rare coin. And that would make that not unisec. We'll remove that. I think this S I want to keep. Circles on the ice. Whaler of Fortune. Or folklore, why do you say fortune, is still banshee and pretty much locked in. Strong and lively as language. Don't know. Farrah Fawcett, badass, sure. Orc, maybe, is a descendant of Cain and Beowulf. Brass iOS, look good. Word often found near Roman numerals. Single word. Whatever. Skip that. Russian fighter jet, also don't know, so now we get to come to all the acrosses. Snack item, pot brownies can go to your head. Solo act, one putting on a show, literally one person putting on a show. Circles on the ice. Pucks, so sensible guide, rule of thumb. Pucks in hockey. Hunter's garb, parka. UNESCO. There you go. My bad. See, I don't know anything about the world. Strong and lively. Punchy, I'll go with. Lobby is a common area. So, word often found near Roman numerals. Unno, I guess, is a Italian word, maybe. And MiG would be the fighter jet. And so, if everything else is correct, then I have this one letter left to go. I feel like this would have to be Larissa, A-E-I-O-U. Like an A feels like it would fit here the most, but I also feel like for the across, this is going to end up being like a consonant, like a C. But I'm just going to throw the A in there and see what happens. Yeah, so it's not right. But Lacrissa is not a word either, so Atahualpa. So yeah, I didn't get this all on the first pass around. I'm gonna go ahead and let's just pen in things that we feel good about. So salt free, I'm not gonna pen that in quite yet. I think street fair, I'll even skip, but limp. hustle, I'll even skit, hot mic, nay, Anya, set, Otani, oh, I can't spell, oh yeah, even this, like if this was yeah, I feel like it would be yeah, because of the exclamation point. Samus, pot, brownies, rule of thumb, I'll leave bacon strips out. Realize that was a guess. And bitters and sours as well. Key fob I'll even leave out. UNESCO, eel, banana. Try was good. Common area I liked. Air I liked. Simon says I felt good about too. Galoshes. So a lot of those bottom right ones I felt good about for the common words. Sachet, not so much, like a lot of these. Not so much. So we'll stick these in. Why not? Type in aim, Rio, chin ups, turf, toe. Act. So true. Bucks for sure. Whirlpool I'm gonna leave out. Change, rare coin I'll leave out. Banshee. Leave out that. Ferret. One eye. Badass. I'll leave orc out for now, but brass is good. IRS is good. So this has to be bacon strips, sours, UNESCO. I feel like that has to be PuRRED. And this is going to be rare coin for sure now. So strong and lively as language. I don't know if I've ever heard punchy language. Atahualpa. So if this really is spin a web as opposed to this being MCAT, it just feels right. Spin a web, LOL. Parka. I feel like this has to be right though. Not even like sachet. I'm not gonna pin that in though. Fuel. And EPA. I like street fair. But not much beyond that. Salt free I felt good about. But could be anything else. Something free. Salt free. Let's remove street fair. Oh man, I definitely feel like I'm missing something here. I like this attune. Could be wrong. If salt free is right, if street fair is right. I'm not sure about hustle. Could be. Yeah. Hurdle. It's hurdle. There you go. That's what I miss. Laria or Crya. Larry's. So it is yes. That's not an A, and it's Larry's. Yep, I think that was it. So I had everything right, but the S here was supposed to be an R, and the A here was supposed to be an S. So instead of what I put as Laria, Larzia, sorry, had Larcia is Larry's. No, still wrong. Okay. Because it's not Larzy's. It's not Laria. Huh. It's not going to be Lucrease. Well, now I am... Yeah, now I'm stumped. I feel like this is the best I'll be able to do. Unless something else is wrong. This feel like I can't. This can't not be Choi, and that this can't be Punchy. Oh man. Only other thing I could think of. This is an O. But yeah, this feels like is as correct as I'm ever gonna get. Question mark does come for uno. Oh no. PuRRED, common area. Simon says galoshes. I don't think I'd change any of those. Irwin is a name I'm aware of in general, but for the clue it could have another spelling. So chin-ups, trims. Enter, type in, spin a web. Armani's, these all feel good. Oh man. Sashay away. Atapapa. Atapapa. What was the other thing I was even thinking? I was like, Hoodle. Let's put Hoodle. But Larry's just feels too perfect to not put here. Sachet, Attune, Larry's, these all feel good. Again, me not knowing the answer to this could literally be anything. So if I replace any of these letters, it could literally be anything. So A, E, I, O, U, Atahualpa. Let's do that. Lurie. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm just gonna go stare at this until the 30-minute mark, and then I'm just gonna close it. Maybe take some time tomorrow to re-review it before the Sunday comes out. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be getting much more off of this one. Like, if this is different, then I feel like salt-free would have to change as well. That hurdle itself even might be wrong, but I think about someone saying like hurtling through space. So I feel decent about that. And it's not Laria. Laria. Yeah, I'm not going to get any better than this, so I'm calling it for this session. We'll see if I can revisit it and figure it out tomorrow. All right, so we're actually back in business. I've been staring at this, and I actually penned in PuRRED here. I was really thinking that it meant like an engine purring, which is not right. This is actually parred, like you got par, shot par in golf. And because I was just really questioning, like, why do I have this penned in Uno? I was assuming it just was an Italian word for something, which it is supposed to be, but not Uno. And I just accepted it, but it's actually Ano, because this is parred. So there you go. I did need to make all the corrections I did over here. And that's awesome that I was able to make them from hustle to hurdle, and also just kind of accepting that this had to be Larry's. But yeah, PuRRED could have been anything if I just don't know shit about why this wouldn't have anything to do with Roman numerals. I think this is maybe year, and that's the year, and these Roman numerals for years. For example, like establish date, or at the end credits of when you're watching something, they'll put the year in Roman numerals. I don't think they do that anymore. I think they stopped that a long time ago, but they used to do it in the 90s because that's how I actually learned Roman numerals, like watching the credits. I'm like, oh, let me see if I can convert that to figure out when this episode was made when watching like reruns of Married with Children or Seinfeld or something. But there you go. We got it. I don't know how long I was staring, but I cut it off at about the 30-minute mark. So I started staring about it for a couple of minutes before I just turned the saw back on. But yeah, got it. Managed to get it. Yeah, not an easy one. Not too hard for a Saturday. But yeah, this tripped me up, and having the distraction over here of my uncertainty didn't help things, but did manage to get it completed. So there we have it. Saturday crossword done. Getting March off to a decent start.